computer. Okay, so welcome everybody to Penny's party. It looks like it's just Penny and I right now, but that's cool. No big deal. I'm going to record it and then post it into the table party. So if anybody has any questions, just you'll be able to comment after I post it and then ask those questions, or you can reach out to me anytime, you know, by text or email or message. Either way, some of you already know me, but what we're going to do is we're going to make broccoli cheddar burgers, except for I didn't have any cheddar cheese. And apparently while I was gone, my kids ate all the cheese. So that's cool. I just got back from a 3-week vacation to Disney World and other places across the country. It was pretty amazing. So I'm a little discombobulated, so work with me. We're going to start by using the new square pan and steamer. So I'm really excited about this. If you have any of our cookware, this is the same quality as our other cookware. You can actually use metal in this and you don't have to worry about it scraping or peeling up or any of that stuff. Our cookware is not only stovetop safe, but it's also oven safe. And what I love about our cookware is, I need a better lighting, but is that the handles are removable. So you can actually, it makes it much better for storage. Love, love, love our cookware. I loved our old cookware, but I like this cookware better. So I'm going to start by finding my measuring cup, and I'm going to put 2 cups of water into this pan, and then I'm going to turn it on. Might do, I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go along here. I have a kind of a small kitchen, so I have a really small kitchen actually. All right, so then here's the steamer basket. What's really cool about it is that it goes, you can go deeper, or it's adjustable basically. So you can make it less deep. I don't know what you want to call that, but that's the fancy word for it as far as I'm concerned. I have some frozen broccoli here that I'm just going to actually put right in the top here. Just like that. And I'm going to turn it on over here. Got some things here. Turn it on over here. I'm going to just let it cook. I'm not going to let it cook. I'm just going to let it steam really. So I'm going to turn that on to high and let it steam. And then that way you'll be able to see what I'm doing over here. While I'm waiting for that to happen, the things that we're going to use tonight are the Flex Plus, the new Flex Plus multi-prep set. So I'll talk about that. And I'm gonna make a salad because my husband and I haven't had a real salad here in the last 3 weeks. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I did spin the lettuce already. I washed and spun the lettuce. So I'm just going to use the Rapid Prep Mandolin and show you how the Rapid Prep Mandolin works. It's pretty cool. You can slice, you can julienne, you can make French fries. I am actually just going to use, the safety features of this are, this is closed, and then you don't have to worry about touching the blade. The blade is in there, but you actually can't, unless you really try hard, stick your finger down in there. You can do 8 times 3 is 24 different settings, because there's a 1 through 8 here. There's a 0 through 8 actually, and then there's a thickness, or you can do over here is a slice. This would make big French fries, and this one will make julienne. I'm kind of going opposites of where I can't see here. So this product sold out super fast when it came out in March. Like within 2 weeks, we had sold out of them, and so then they were not available for a minute, but they are available now. No worries about them going out of stock at all. All right, so you open this, and before you notice that the blade isn't up. So there's a little lever here, a button. So you put the bottom in first and then you close it and then it's on. You don't have to worry about that. I'm going to actually move this over here in my tiny kitchen. I'm going to actually shred some lettuce and or cabbage. That's cabbage, not lettuce. And yeah, like I said, I've been gone for 3 weeks, so I'm out of it. Okay, so we're going to bring the blade up now. You turn the handle like this, and then you bring the blade up. And now the blade is up here on the top. I'm going to put this on slice, and I want it to be thick. You can tell if you get confused when you're turning the dial in the back, you can actually see the blade change. So I want it to be as thick as it can be, especially because it's cabbage. So I'm going to actually remove this handle and bring this whole thing over here. See if anybody's coming on. And then I'm going to, I have the cabbage cut in, this is about 1/4 of a cabbage, but I'm going to put it in, I'm cutting it in 8ths so that it'll fit in there. Then put this piece in. Always use the food pusher. And use your hands to get started. For making coleslaw. You can see right there. I just shredded that up, and it's great for making coleslaw, but I like it a little bit thicker. So the thicker setting on that. There's a catcher, so it catches all of it. I'm going to put that in there like that. And then I'm going to use, I've got some sweet peppers over here. I'm just going to put those in there, and I'm going to actually turn it so that it's not quite as thick, like about half that thickness. Right, this is already steaming over here, so we're going to probably stop about halfway through making the salad. See, it makes great little slices. I love it. I don't want to steam the broccoli for too long. And then, so we'll stop about halfway through making the salad here. This is already steaming. And it was frozen broccoli, so it doesn't really need to cook for very long. Now, and with the recipe that I'm going to share, you'll see that it actually says to food process it first before you steam it. But because it's frozen, I didn't want it to get too what am I looking for? Too cooked. So, all right, these are Brussels sprouts. Just Brussels sprouts. If you've ever, we have this really awesome Brussels sprouts dip that you can make. That the Rapid Prep Mandolin is great for. Now, the first couple times I used this, I was like, oh, I love this thing. And if you're in my VIP group at all, then you know that. You've seen that video. I was such a dork that day.
Leslie, are they raw?
My Brussels sprouts, yes. I like to put raw Brussels sprouts in my salad.
I've never seen anybody do that.
Oh, well, now you have. So there you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they don't taste kind of like, it's not too, doesn't taste too cabbagey, but then they don't have that, I don't know, what would you say, dear?
The flavor
of raw Brussels sprouts, yeah. They have really great nutrients in them, so.
They do, but it is very cabbagey.
Okay. He says it's cabbagey.
It has
have
a
to
little
try
bit
that.
of a sulfurous kind of flavor.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna turn this off. We're gonna set this aside and do the other part of this here. get the burgers going. All right, shutting this off. So I don't know if you can see, I'll kind of bring that down. This is the broccoli. And I'm just gonna put them. I love the silicone handles here. It's a little steamy. So the silicone handles themselves are not hot. But I'm gonna just bring this over here and drain it off as much as I can. Just like that. And we'll let that cool off. Okay. Then I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to buy a house with a big old gourmet kitchen someday.
You need one.
I do need one. This is frustrating, but I want to redo my kitchen, but to redo my kitchen would take, way too long. So like more than a day would be too long.
Yeah, because you still have to cook and eat, right?
Exactly. Especially with the two little ones. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We're kind of talking about just selling this one and buying my kitchen and having some bedrooms around it. But all right, this is the Flex Plus. This is a big name. Flex Plus food prep set. Okay, this is the food processor part of it. It has the bottom blades, and then it also comes with a grating blade and a slicing blade. So, and then it comes with this, which is the motor and 2 batteries. So you always have a battery available for you. I have my second one. It's actually plugged in above my stove so that so it's always charging. And you can tell that it's got a full charge because it's all the way over here. The top line is blue all the way. And then the speed of it is down the second line down on the bottom. So I'm going to actually just do the broccoli in the food processor for about maybe 10, maybe 10, 15 seconds. I'm going to do it half and half. That way I get it all. Somebody's phone is beeping over there. Go. And then it's really easy. What's cool about this is you can actually go from one to the next. So if I wanted to grate, I could grate and then put in the other blade and do that, or you'll actually see what I'm going to be able to do here in a few minutes. All right, so there's a safety button here under there, and I'm just going to turn this on. Like that. And then I'm going to put this in here.
That was really quiet too.
Right. It's not really loud. That's the other thing. I noticed that when they were demoing it for conference. I'm like, man, that's not actually very loud either. And then it comes, I'm going to show you the other attachments that it comes with, which is really pretty cool, actually. I don't know of anything else that does what this one does, but maybe there is something else out there. So then I'm just going to take the other half of the broccoli and stick it in here. I want to make sure that I don't have anybody coming in. I really wanted to do that. Was it Fort Christmas in Florida?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But Lizzie, within 20 minutes of that trip, she got sick. So
that was a shame.
Yeah. Like, all right, we'll just stop for a little bit. Safety button, because it won't turn on unless you push this button here. That's it for that. I know you said you couldn't have broccoli, but can you do cauliflower?
Yes, but not a lot of it at one time. I'd probably be okay with the patties like you're making though.
Right. I was thinking, I'm actually thinking maybe like we could make our own bean burgers and everything like this. They were really good. I was surprised.
Yeah, it sounded really interesting. That's why I kind of asked, you to make them.
Yeah, I'm going to, I'm gonna do, okay, so we don't eat flour, so I don't eat any white flour at all. I usually don't eat any flour. So with this, I kind of had to modify it a little bit for me. The recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of flour. Whoops. And I'm going to use oatmeal instead, but I'm going to grind it up just a little bit so that it's not completely processed into flour, and it came out really good when I did that earlier. So and it's just about a 2/3 or it's about a 1/3 of a cup of oatmeal is what it is. This takes a little bit longer than the broccoli does. Okay, so it's not completely processed into flour. Another way, if you want to use actual, oat flour or whatever, you can actually use our blender. I've made flour in our blender before, so you can kind of see it's not completely processed. It's just chopped up a little bit. And that's just because we don't eat anything with flour in it. If you don't care about flour, just go ahead and use the flour. There's 1 egg. This is cooled off a little bit. I'm going to dump out this water real quick. You don't have to because you're just going to heat it up, but I'm going to wipe the water out of it. All right. And then I have, this is, you can use garlic powder. That's what the recipe calls for. I used a half teaspoon, probably 3/4 of a teaspoon of our garlic and herb rub. And then there's some salt and black pepper in there. Then believe it or not, this is 1 ounce of Parmesan cheese that I grated earlier using the fine grater. And I'm going to show you our other, I'm going to demo our other grater. So if you can't see me, let me know. All right. I always use a cutting board. The flexible cutting mats, I use these all day long. I have probably 10 of them back here that I use. This is our new coarse grater. We also have an extra coarse grater and a fine grater. That's a dual, and it comes with a little container. If you have any questions on that, I like this coarse grater. What I love about it is that the new one, the old one you had to push like that. This one has a button, so you just push down the button, and you can do it like that. It snaps into place, or you can open it all the way like that. If you don't have one of our graters, these are the best thing. I love them. Once I got this one, I used to have that big metal one that you grate your fingers off with. Got rid of that. I pre-weighed out this cheese too, so there is a food handler over here that I'm going to use in a moment. So these are super sharp. The reason that you can actually buy grated cheese, as you know, but the reason that you want to use fresh block cheese is because, number one, it comes with, it's less expensive, number one, and a block cheese is sold by weight, where the bagged pre-shredded cheese is sold by volume. So you're actually going to get more cheese, spend less money, but get more cheese if you use block cheese like this. And it doesn't have all the fillers. I'm gonna get it down just a little bit so that you can actually get a good grip. And our old coarse grater, you would always end up with a little piece at the end. I'm noticing that you don't end up, you still do, but it's not nearly as big of one as what we did with the other. So I'm glad that they've fixed that, redesigned it so that it does that. But you can see how much cheese, that was 4 ounces of cheese grated. And I'm just going to shove that in there, just like that. And I'm going to mix this up. We'll kind of peel these. All right, here's the oil. I'm going to pour the oil in the pan. And then I'm just going to turn it on and turn it on to medium and let it heat up. And I'm just using the pastry brush to spread it out a little bit.
Leslie,
Yes.
do you, on your pans, do you recommend using like oil or butter or something, or can you put food in there without any kind of liquid?
You can put food in there without any. I usually will use the kitchen spritzer. The reason I'm using actual oil like this is because of the consistency of the burger. You need it to actually get a crisp on it. So you kind of, with this specific recipe, you actually need the oil in there in order to get that crisp so that you can flip it. Because otherwise it's just gonna fall apart. So that's the only reason. Usually what I use is the kitchen spritzer, but you don't have to. Unless you're doing so. It depends on what you're making. Like if you're making hamburgers, you don't need oil at all. If you make like eggs, you might need a little bit of oil. If it's scrambled eggs, you don't need any oil, but if you're wanting to do sunny side up eggs, you're going to need oil.
Okay, yeah.
So it really just depends on what you're making. But I don't use a whole lot of oil when I'm cooking. I usually just use the kitchen spritzer, just mostly with the garlic infused canola oil because we're kind of garlic freaks. So, and I'm just using, have you seen the new bowl? I love this bowl. I love the shape of it. This is our new plastic batter bowl, or mixing bowl, I guess it's called. I'm just mixing this all up, making sure that it's incorporated well. Mostly just breaking up that Parmesan cheese a little bit. And I'm just using the mixing scraper to do this. But the bowl is, I love this bowl. Okay. So this needs to heat for about 3 to 5 minutes. So while that's doing that, I'm going to kind of just set this aside for a second and I'll peel the carrots. I love our peelers. It's like you peeling butter when you use the peeler, but I love the design of this one because I used to always use the other kind, but I love the design of this one because it's just so much easier to use and peel away from you. I'm just peeling right onto the counter here so you can see. And I'm not even hardly putting any effort into this at all. I'm not pushing down or anything. And then it just peels it. So this one I'll peel into the sink. How's that? We are talking about Chris and I talked a lot on our trip, so we're talking about finding another house that, because I don't think I'd be able to handle 4 to 6 weeks waiting for a kitchen. I don't know if I could do it. I might go a little crazy doing that.
You have to find the kitchen with a house around it.
Exactly. Exactly. And I've decided I deserve that. The last 3 houses I've had a crappy kitchen, so I'm gonna finish doing these. These are just radishes. I'm gonna maybe make that a little thinner. So actually I could show you what it looks like to Julianne. These radishes. I'm gonna do the bigger one. There we go. Okay. So this is what it looks like. This is not quite julienne. I did the thicker ones, but you saw how fast I did that. There was about 5 radishes in there. And I'm going to do carrots in the julienne. You can slice carrots. I might actually do a couple slice. Might just do some sliced ones so you can see what it looks like. And then I'll do some small julienne. I'll just go find my spot here. Okay. I'll post a picture of this. So you can actually see what it looks like. I think that's it. Okay. Have you seen me demo the Rapid Prep Mandolin?
No,
So-
that's the first time.
Okay. This is the julienne that I just did. There's a small julienne. I'm going to move these backwards. These are sliced. And that's probably, I think I did that on like a 2 or a 3, but you can make them thicker or thinner or however you want to do them. And then here's a thicker julienne. So I'll show you the exact. So that's the difference. That's a
Oh,
thicker
yeah, you can see
julienne
it.
and that's the thinner. And I just did 2 carrots and I did that fast. So if you don't have a Rapid Prep Mandolin and you're big on salads and stuff like I am, and you need one. If you don't have one, get one. That's a Toy Story thing reference, just so you know. Sorry. Moving buddy. I have too many kids. If you, a movie, when Woody's talking on the first one, when he says, if everybody needs a moving buddy. So if you don't have one, get one. All right. So now I will incorporate that all into my salad here in a minute. Now I'm gonna, just because I did this earlier, I know exactly how much I need. And I'm gonna do this in grams. Yep. I don't know what's going on downstairs, but all right. So I'm gonna weigh this out to be, you don't have to weigh. Chris and I, we weigh all of our food, so that's why I'm weighing. So I just weighed it into the 3-cup prep roll. And I'm just gonna kind of incorporate it together a little bit so that I can pull it out. Just like that. And then I'm gonna pat it together so that it makes patties. And the pan is just about ready. Actually, it's ready, totally ready. So we're just gonna that in there like that. You want to make sure you put it together really good. Just squeeze it together really well. Shape it so that it has the better chance of not falling apart. You can't see it, but the first one I put in there fell apart because I went too slow. But I'm pampered, not perfect, right?
That's right. It'll still taste good.
It'll still taste amazing. It was really good. I'm gonna try it with other things, like probably garbanzo beans. Make a bean burger. That would be more protein than this is. This is more veg. But because the way the cheese is actually considered a protein for us. I really like cauliflower, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do it with cauliflower next time.
Yeah, I might try it with the cauliflower.
Okay. So because the pan was really hot, you want to make sure that the pan is really hot before you put it in there. Because that's what's going to form that crust. Actually, I have some extra here. I'm going to try to put it on top of this one. I seriously think somebody needs to invent smell-o-vision.
You would have thought somebody would have by now.
Right? Okay. And then I'm just going to mix this in with my salad. Oh, I was going to take pictures. I'm not going to mix it up. Okay. So take pictures after we're done here. And I'm gonna put some tomatoes in it. All right, so then while this is cooking, I thought that I would show one of the other features of the Flex Plus food prep. I really have to think about that. Flex Plus food prep set. There we go. This is going to be mayonnaise. So it's homemade mayonnaise. You know, there's no preservatives in it. And this is where I talk about the other features, the other things that we have. So this can also be, and I didn't bring out the other piece, but this also can be a hand mixer. We have the whip, I don't know what you call those. Those you would use to make like, you would do eggs and whipped cream and that kind of stuff with those. And then this one is more of a mixer. I didn't bring out that piece of it though. And here's the slicing blade and the grating blade. So you can do a thick slice or a thin slice, depending on which way you have it. It says right here, this side up for a fine slice, this side up for a thick, coarse slice is what it says. And it tells you. So there's directions. That's cool. There. Let me just check these really quick. Where's my spatula? Yeah, my kids moved everything around. All right. So I'm just gonna. You want to make sure that you don't flip it until you've got a good crisp crust on the other side there. And then you want to go fast. And if it does come apart a little bit, you can actually just like squeeze it back together and reshape it. That first one broke apart a little bit when I stuck it in there, so. Let that one go for a little bit longer. Okay, so this is the Infusion Blender. You can actually make gravy and sauces, and you can, and it's got a nylon tip, so you can use it inside your pan. You don't have to worry about it scratching up your pan. The blade does not reach the bottom. The blade is about inset about half of an inch from the bottom, so that's cool. And I am just going to stick this in here. I just, there's an egg, there's Dijon mustard, there's lemon juice and salt, and then 1 cup of oil. So I'm going to push this. I don't know, can you see? I think you can see it, yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
That's it. It made mayonnaise. My daughter's gonna love that. I'm gonna mix up the mustard a little bit. There's a little mustard on the side there. There we go. You can take this piece off. So it's not as big and cumbersome. And I'm just going to use a scraper to get it off the rest of the way. We like mayonnaise in this house. Well, I used to eat a lot more of it. I don't eat as much anymore. It's a fat now, so I don't, well, it's always been a fat. But it's real thick. That's cool. Smells good too. And then you can actually just take the cover and, or you can put it in a prep bowl, but you can actually just store it right like that in the refrigerator. Then I'm going to turn this one. I think that one's about done. Oh, that's the one that fell apart. So with these burgers, you want to go really fast. Not really fast. You don't want to be too slow and try to be too careful. It's really. So, there you go. You see it? There we go. That's better.
Yeah, it looks good.
Smells really good. So, that's pretty much most of what I have. I was going to talk about our taste buds. We have taste buds subscriptions. You can either do 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months. This month they're on sale for 20% off, no matter which subscription length you choose. What's really cool about taste buds is that you get 3 packets of spices that you may not have used or tried, and you get and then they also come with recipe cards, and this one is pizza chili. This one is everything bagel mac and cheese. That actually looks amazing. The everything bagel seasoning is really good. We put it on our salads. And then meatball sub. This one uses rotisserie seasoning, which rotisserie seasoning mixed in with your hamburger and you're making your hamburgers is really, really good if you haven't tried that. And we can have that because there's no sugar in it. The other thing that the taste buds comes with is additional ideas. So pepperoni grilled cheese sandwiches, everything. This is for the everything but the pizza seasoning. Let me just shut this off really quick. I forgot to put it on silent. Pizza butter, so you could actually mix some in with your with butter. That sounds interesting. And veggie pizza kebabs. Bread whole mushrooms, zucchini slices, yellow squash slices, and that kind of stuff with this. So if you're doing kebabs, and then sprinkle it with the pizza, everything but the pizza seasoning. So those, I love this card, is actually one of my favorite parts of the taste buds subscriptions, is because then it gives me different ideas. Here's one for a creamy salad dressing. Oh, we might be able to do that. And here's one with the everything bagel seasoning, is hummus and veggies. One of my kids just walked in and she's over here not being quiet. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm sorry. Oh goodness. It's okay. Pizza chili. That sounds.
As long as she helps clean up, right?
As long as she helps clean up. Exactly. Exactly. So this comes once a month. What's really exciting is something new that they've just started with the taste buds subscriptions, is that now we have what's called a marketplace add-on. So, or an add-ons marketplace. So that is where you can actually start. You can, if you have specific, mixture of about 25 to 30 different products, ranging anywhere from just, you know, spices and stuff, or mix and chop, up to there might be a pan that goes with one of our recipes for the month. You can actually add it onto your subscription before it's from, I think it's the 15th to the 25th. You can add it on and you don't have to pay shipping. So if there's something in that, you just go in there once a month and check, and then when your subscription mails out, it'll be added on and you don't have to pay shipping for whatever it is that you order, add on to your subscription. So that's really cool. And then again, they're 20% off. Oh, and then also within your account, when you have a subscription, you can actually go in and get other ideas and inspiration for your spices and see what was last month. And there's more, but wait, there's more. Let me turn this off. You can also, in May, they had in June, we knew that we had new seasonings coming out. We didn't actually know what they were, but they sent them to us in May. So when we have new seasonings or something like that coming out, you will get them the month before they're actually available to everybody else. So those taste bud subscriptions, especially at 20% off, it's a great way to try it. And then if you don't want it, then you just, you know, if you don't want to continue it, then you just cancel your subscription after, you know, if you do a 3-month, then you're obligated for the 3 months because you've already paid for that. But then at the end of the 3 months, it will automatically renew unless you cancel it. So if anybody has any questions about that, let me know, because subscriptions, the Taste Buds subscription is awesome. I really love how they continue to enhance on it. A lot of people are doing things like Blue Apron and Home Chef and that kind of stuff because it's giving them, it gives them the whole thing. Ours is not, we don't send you the food. We send you definitely the seasonings and we send you the inspiration. And then the other thing that it comes with is me. So if you have any questions on any of the seasonings or whatever, then you can just ask me. A lot of ours are gluten-free. A lot of them are sugar-free. These are our broccoli burgers. Super excited for those. Might save them and have them for tomorrow, lunch tomorrow, or eat them tonight. I don't know. And the other one more thing, the quick cooker is $70 off this month. So you can get it, is it $129? You can get it for $129 this month. And it's worth every single penny. I use the quick cooker. I actually, on our 3-week trip in the RV, I made sure I had our quick cooker, and I made spaghetti squash in it, and I made pasta in it, and I made chicken in it, and I used it several times. I also made beans one time, and I think that if we were going to be on the road permanently, I would definitely have my quick cooker all the time, but I use it all the time anyways. So if you have any questions about the quick cookers, let me know. Do you have any questions, Penny?
Just one on the add-on to the subscription that you can get. Do you get like an email reminder or something, or you just need to go into your account and look?
I will verify this, but I'm pretty sure that you get an email reminder.
That would be great.
But I will definitely yeah, because nobody's going to remember that. So if I'll have to. I like I said, you know that I just got back. You watched my whole trip, so I'm almost positive that yes, you get an email reminder. I know that I got a reminder that it was now available. So let me. I have my subscription under my husband's name, so I will check his email and find out for sure.
Okay, you can get back to me
later. Because it's brand new. It just started this month.
Yeah.
So that's a great question. So yes, we need to have, if we don't have one, we need to have one. So that's a great question.
Well, thank you very much, Leslie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I will download this and then upload it and create a link on YouTube and then post it into the table party so that everybody can watch it too. So, and again, if anybody has any questions, just reach out to me. I'm here. And we're closing on Monday, right? Or Monday will be the last day to order?
Monday is the last day for orders. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Will do. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.